Welcome back everyone, my name is Echo and I hope you're having a great day. Today's Minecraft video, we're back with the latest combat changes for the game. Now yes, I'm on Minecraft Java Edition, but these changes will affect Bedrock. You might be watching thinking, I play on iOS, Android, Windows 10, Xbox, Switch or PlayStation 4. This does not affect me. You couldn't be more wrong. In the future, in some way, shape or form, this will be happening to the Bedrock version as well. This has been confirmed by the developers and by Jeb himself. So this is the Minecraft Combat Test 8B, which is pending. So everything you see in today's video is subject to change. Now, like the past 2-3 weeks, I spent the past 2 days testing this as a survival player, as a PvP player. There is some good changes, but there's also going to be some changes that I know people are not going to like. Now, whether you play on Minecraft Java or the Bedrock version, your feedback is incredibly important. So, Jeb posted this, saying, posted Combat Test Snapshot version 8B. It's on Reddit. I'll leave a link down below to the Reddit page. It is incredibly important for you guys to leave your feedback. If you don't like something, you got to go and tell them. So, yeah, this test snapshot this week is a lot shorter than previously, which is a massive indication that we are getting closer and closer to a full release. We might not see the combat update in 1.17, which is highly likely going to be mountains, goats, etc. We might see it before, we might see it after. Anyway, let's go to game. And let's go through this week's changes. So I want to start off with one thing that I think people are not necessarily going to be liking. I don't know why I took a screenshot there. They have returned the eating interruption. So not in last week's snapshot because the eating interruption was removed, but the snapshot before that, Jeb introduced the ability when you are eating, if a zombie hits you, I think if a player hits you, your food eating is interrupted. A lot of PvP players didn't like this. Now, there's a couple of changes here. Number one is if you are eating normal food, if you're eating honey, if you're drinking a potion, or if you are drinking something like milk, it now affects these three, not just your food. So I want to show you guys as an example. Let's just summon ourselves a zombie with a helmet, and let's go to, I think it's F3 and N for this. F3 and N. Let's go to game mode survival. What I want to do is just throw this at this guy. So he's pretty slow. So when I begin to eat this, as you can see, whenever we begin to eat, it's interrupted. So you're not able to eat. Now this also affects eating or trying to eat the honey bottles. But there's been a slight change to bottles in general, which I will show you throughout today's video. This also affects trying to eat, drink a potion as well, as you can see. Whenever we're trying to drink this potion, it does also affect that. And it's the same for this as well. It's quite hard to show you guys. I'm going to have to eat one of this real quick. If we try to drink this, as you can see, it's interrupted. So you are not able to eat food. Being hit by a zombie or a mob, it's going to stop you. You can't drink honey. You can't even do this. You can't even drink yourself a potion. So that has changed. Now, people didn't like this 2 weeks ago when I shared this with you. And I got a feeling people are still not going to like it. But yeah, that is the first change that has been reintroduced. So you probably noticed that we were able to drink these three incredibly fast. And that is because liquid food can be consumed faster, which is now 20 ticks. It was previously set to 32 or 40 ticks. It is incredibly fast. So if we just eat this, this is normal speed. You guys are well aware of this. But if you're eating any of these, listen to this. Look how fast that is. That is incredibly fast. It's like the audio cuts out. Same for potions. You can consume these a lot faster. Same for honey bottles. You're able to consume these faster. And it's the same for stews as well. You're able to consume these faster. I kind of like that change though. Getting into another change. In fact, there is 2 changes when it comes to bows and arrows. Number one, bow fatigue has been re-added. But it takes 3 seconds to take effect. Now, after those 3 seconds, it will then prevent the critical hit. So this is a new feature reintroduced to the game. 2 weeks ago, it was there. Last week, it was removed. So as you guys know, holding down your bow, instantly hitting is going to be 100% accurate. They did some changes with this. So it will always hit the target where you're aiming it. If you're holding this, and we count 1, 2, 3, the bow begins to shake again. Meaning that when we aim, it's not going to be 100% accurate. It has the chance to go off course. although we would go on course there. So yeah, after 3 seconds, you have the chance of missing it, although that seems to be pretty easy to still hit. So it doesn't seem to be 100%, but it does begin to shake. The shaking isn't as bad as it previously was. Let's hold this for a little bit longer. Let's try and aim for that one. We're still able to hit it. But yeah, that's something that has been introduced. But when you are full powering this, this will prevent a critical hit. Now, for this next change, I didn't quite understand it. I took the time to watch Wattle's video and Azumavoid's video. Wattles didn't really discuss it, but Azumavoid did. He also does not understand this, and I don't either. Instantaneous effects on tipped arrows are now scaled by 1 to 8, just like the duration of other effects. I have no idea what this means. If anybody understands this, please leave it down below in the comment section. But there has been some slight changes to tipped arrows. Other changes this week: healing potions now heal 6 points per level, was 4. So from my understanding, insta health will be 3 and this will be 6 in terms of how much it heals you by. And again, it's incredibly instant as well. Now also remember guys, you can stack these. Any form of bottle can now be stacked. Does not count for the splash potions, but this will heal you by 3 hearts and this will heal you by 6. It was previously going to heal you. This one would heal you by 4. Staying on the same subject, strength 1 and 2 now adds plus 20%. Plus 40% was 3 and 6 in terms of damage. There has been some slight changes in terms of damage and your weapons. Now, the best way for me to explain this is that during the Reddit page, the Reddit post, Jeb left this, which is literally all the details we need to know when it comes to the attack. You don't realize how much attention to detail he is taking until you start reading this and understanding it. Now, you guys can check this out for yourself. Again, there'll be links down below. It just explains, like, the damage, the DPS, to 20, the time it takes. It also explains, like, the weapon charts and stuff like that. Again, Azumavoid explains it a lot better than I did, but it's definitely worth a read if you want to understand these changes a lot more, when that's known as Jeb's spreadsheet. Getting into the next set of changes, weapon enchantments are now included in the base damage when calculating critical hits and potion effects. To the everyday Minecraft player, you're not going to notice too much of a difference, and it definitely sounds a lot more confusing than it is. You'll probably notice a difference, however, when you have Sharpness 5, Smite 5, and Bane of Arthropods 5. The next change is that Cleaving has had a buff. Now, Cleaving comes in forms of Cleaving 1, 2, and 3. It's the latest axe enchantment. So Cleaving 1 was previously +1, Cleaving 2 was +2, and Cleaving 3 was +3. Cleaving 1 is now +2, Cleaving 2 is now +3, and Cleaving 3 is now +4. I've got a zombie here, and I didn't notice too much of a difference with this though, but like, this is literally 1, and this is literally 2, and they're all critical hits. 100% critical hits, but they're all doing, in terms of killing zombies, they're all taking two attacks. Now, if we get ourselves a skeleton, this is going to make any form of difference here. So if we do Skelly Bones, 1 and 2, summon another one, 1 and 2, and last but not least, I don't seem to be one-hitting these guys regardless. But yeah, that's the latest changes to Cleaving. So Jeb's added a couple of exclamation marks on this. Fixed shield protection arcs. Again, improved server-side attack range calculations. Should hopefully mean fewer false misses. That still needs work. So there's definitely going to be some more changes here. And again, like I said, the positive to take from this, guys, is we're definitely getting closer. I still think this is going to be a very big talking point in the community. And that is your food, eating, and drinking gets interrupted when being attacked. I know the PvP community is not going to like that. But I also know there's going to have to be some sacrifices when it comes to both survival players, but also PvP players. He's going to have to try and find the perfect balance, which, in my opinion, is near enough impossible. Hope today's video has kept you all updated. After messing around with this in survival, I didn't notice too much of a problem with the food interruptions, but for PvP, it definitely isn't fun. Guys, have a great day, stay beautiful. Everything you need to know is down below, and I'll catch you next time. Bye!